Greetings, friends. This is Mrs. Bird from Advancing Science at Gettysburg College. Today we're going to take advantage of our snowfall and do a little bit of science. What I'd like to do today is compare the effects of salt on freezing temperature. A lot of times we wonder, why does salt work to clear our roads? Well, that's because it lowers the freezing temperature. And that's what I'm going to show you today when we make ice cream. That's right. We're going to do an experiment with ice cream. Okay, so this is what we'll need for our experiment today. Half a cup of half and half, or you can use a mixture of milk and cream, a teaspoon of vanilla, maybe just a drop or two. A teaspoon sounds like an awful lot. A teaspoon of sugar, a quart-sized Ziploc bag, freezer if you can, 1 gallon Ziploc bag, some salt, we're going to use that for part 2 of our experiment, and some spoons for tasting. Put your snow in your gallon-sized Ziploc bag. Okay? One thing that's really important, don't use yellow snow. Okay? You're going to fill it all the way up. Well, let's say about halfway up. Okay, now we're going to try and make our ice cream with just snow. Okay? So we're going to put our ingredients into a Ziploc bag. Make sure your Ziploc bag stays closed during the ice cream making. Okay, it's probably a good idea to do this inside your house because your hands won't be frozen. You're going to put half a cup of half and half in there, a little bit of vanilla, some sugar, and whatever other taste you want to have. Okay, I won't be getting mine because I can't get it open here, but we're going to seal it up. What we're going to do is we're going to put it in our bag of snow and see if we can freeze that to make ice cream. Okay, so zip up our milk, half and half. Now we're going to zip up our gallon-sized bag. And we're going to move it around. We're going to sit round and round for about 5 to 10 minutes. So maybe get some friends out here to pass it around with. But you're just going to shake it and keep it going. Okay? Friends, it's been about 5 minutes. Let's see how our ice cream turned out. Well, it doesn't look like much has happened here. It's still just all liquid. How can we make this turn into ice cream? It's colder, but it certainly isn't frozen. I have an idea. I know that salt lowers the freezing point of ice. So let's try that. I'm going to take some salt. You can use rock salt if you want. I'm just going to use household salt. And I'm going to pour about 6 tablespoons in with my ice here. Okay, it doesn't have to be an exact measurement. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower the freezing point of this ice. And by lowering the freezing point, we're going to be able to get our ice colder than we had with just snow. Let's put our bag back in. I'm going to mix it up for 5 minutes, and let's see what we come up with. Okay, friends, it's been about 5 minutes, a little more than 5 minutes, and already I can feel that this is colder than the snow was before I added the rock salt to it. Let's take this inside and let's see how our ice cream turned out. Okay, friends, let's see how we did. So remember, this is the one with the salt in our snow, and we could tell that the ice was a lot colder than it was without it. Let's see, did we make ice cream this time? Sure does look like ice cream to me. One thing I know that I'll change about this experiment is next time I'll put in strawberries. Okay, so friends, let's think about what we learned here today. When we mixed our cream in a bag with a bag of snow, we didn't get anything but cream. It just wasn't cold enough to freeze it. Once we added salt to that ice and that snow, it lowered the temperature of the snow, and it was cold enough to actually freeze our ice cream. So, let's think about lowering that temperature for freezing is just how it works on the roads too. If we put salt down there, we lower the temperature of the freezing on those roads. I think our experiment is a little bit more tasty
So when you do this experiment, make sure you add your favorite flavors. Have a good day. Enjoy the snow.